Creatures of the night, it's your girl Tati. Let's talk about the PWI top 250 women's wrestlers of 2024. Now, I'm finally getting a chance to take a look at this list. This came out earlier today, and I already knew. As soon as I heard the list was out, I was like, I know who's number one. And if she's not number one, I'm calling over there to find out why our girl Toni Storm would not be number one. And sure enough, she is number one. I did get a chance to see the cover. Our girl looks so good. Now, I have to say this before I take a look at the list, so I don't know who all else is in there. But I would say this. Toni Storm being number one should definitely light a fire up AEW's ass. Not just AEW, but any promotion where there is women, okay? For people to realize that fans, we want to see characters. We want to see characters done right. And we want to see stories being told. Toni Storm went from being the outcast that was kind of boring, but they had great fashions, to actually making a huge difference with professional wrestling for women's. And I absolutely loved her work. I know some people don't really care for the character, but it was very, very, very successful. And I can't wait to see what else she got in store for us with the timeless Toni Storm character. Now, let's take a look here to see. Let me just take a look here at top 10. Let's see. Let me get the list up. All right, obviously number one, Toni Storm. Jordynne Grace, number two. She had a great year. I can agree with that. She had a great year. Her having those appearances, well, not many, but having some appearances on NXT has definitely helped. Also, she was in the Royal Rumble as well, so that definitely did help with the cool points. Rhea Ripley, number three. Okay. I mean, number three, I don't know. Top 20-ish, I'll take it. I get it. She's part of WWE. She did have the championship as well. Yeah, she got injured at some point. Something about her title reign kind of felt like we was backed up in the corner, not really knowing what to do in terms of opponents for her, stories for her, or whatever. So I don't know. 3 is a little bit of a stretch for me. We have Micah, who's from Stardom. I can agree with that. I don't watch too much Stardom, but I love to watch like highlight matches just to see who's over there. And, you know, I don't get a chance to see much of it, but Micah being on here, I can agree. Stephanie Vakir had an amazing year. I know so many people want to see her now because she's in WWE, but go back and watch. She had an amazing year. She was holding 3 titles at once this year. She had an amazing year. I definitely agree with her being top 5 for sure. Let's see. Cherie is on here too. She was Saray. Was it Saray in NXT? I don't know if y'all remember that. That was a while back. She's great as well. Bayley number 7. Well, you know what? We prayed for Bayley to win at WrestleMania, and the prayer warriors came through. Okay, I get it. I mean, I don't know about 7, but I'll take it. To be honest, her getting the title was just amazing. It was the peak of the whole reign for me. Other than that, I was just like, all right, we're a little bit bored. I didn't think the company really had a plan with her after winning the title. Willow Nightingale, I'm not surprised she made top 10. She's won how many titles this year? 3 titles. And that's great. She's been a transitional champion for every single motherfucking title. But next year, y'all gonna put some respect on our girl Willow's name. And I think she'll have a better year and at least have a much deserving title reign with whatever title she ends up getting by next year. Mariah May, number 9. Although she just won the title, and that part probably didn't count in terms of why she made it to top 10, because there's a cutoff date when it comes to this list. I do believe it's July 31st of this year, something like that, or maybe August. Whatever the situation is, her being with Toni Storm had definitely helped. She came over from Stardom to AEW, and people didn't really know too much about her. And she kind of had to start off a little bit fresh. So, and there's a lot of things too when it comes to these women, especially coming from, I would say, less watch promotions. When they come to those bigger companies like, you know, obviously Julia or Stephanie going over to AEW, these wrestlers have to start fresh because majority of the people who are watching them now are not, they don't recognize what it is that they've done in their career thus far. Mariah, I think it's been great while she was with Tony. Since she's won the title, it's been a little rocky, but I guess that part doesn't count because, like I said, there is a cutoff date when it comes to these lists. I believe it's July or August 30th, 31st, something like that. Athena's number 10. I agree. She didn't wrestle as much, but she still has a huge impact here. She's going on almost 2 years in December with the Ring of Honor title, and we're at that point, Tony Khan, that she needs to drop it, and it has nothing to do with. I don't think well, maybe it's safe to say she's too big for Ring of Honor. And we're at the point where there's no one really over there that she can go against. She's gone against everybody. There's no one else that she can go against. There's nothing else she can prove at this point. So for me, this year has been okay. She had been injured for a little bit too. So it's been okay. Roxanne Perez, number 11. Liv Morgan, 12. Okay. 12, well. See, here's the thing. Like I said, the WWE girls do get somewhat of favoritism and end up making it higher on the list, even though I feel like there are better girls that are lower on the list. So Liv Morgan, 12, I guess. Io Sky, 13. Mayu Iwatani, number 14. 15, Masha Slamovich. 16, Mina Shirakawa. Mina has also been champion this year as well, and she's definitely rise in popularity in AEW. So we'll see what is in store for her for next year. She'll definitely, I think, be higher on the list. Becky Lynch, 17. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna get on her. She's not that bad. Let's see, Miyu Watanabe. We had Miyu Yamashita. Oh, I love her. Lyra Valkyria, 20. Interesting. Julia, 21. Okay. Nia Jax, 20. 22. Very interesting. Riho, 25. Riho probably didn't even have 15 matches in this year, so which is interesting. She's had a couple of injuries here and there too, but she's like one of those seasonal wrestlers in AEW, where it's like every 4 months they bring her from the shadows, and she has one match and she earns a title shot, and then she loses, and then she goes away, and then they do this thing every few months with her. I don't know what the situation is. I don't, Riho, I like her, but 25, no. Julia Hart, 26. Julia Hart, I would put her a little bit higher because she's another one where, she went from being a cheerleader and no one was really sure what the hell they were going to do with her. And her being this witchy, gothy character with the House of Black that no one ever thought would have actually happened. She won the TBS title and she absolutely improved in the ring. So for me, I'm cool with her being on here. I would have put her a little bit higher because the amount of growth that she had, I think, was tremendous. Kalani Jordan, 29. Naomi, 30. Naomi, you know what? I would have put her a little bit higher, especially with her time in TNA. I think that was a very pivotal moment in her career, going over there. Really surprised. 30 is okay, but I would have put it higher. Hikaru Shida, 31. What the hell Hikaru Shida did this year? Well, you know what? Let me not get at her. I'm sure there's women who ranked lower that should be higher than Hikaru Shida based off what I've seen her do this year. And it hasn't been too much. Tiffany Stratton, 32. Billy Starks, 33. Well, 34, Bianca Belair. That's interesting. Very interesting. Hyann, oh my God, I love her. 35. Chris Statlander, 36. Oh, wait a minute. But she came back and she won the TBS title. No. I would have put Chris a little bit higher. Maybe like 30-ish. A little bit 20, late 20s. I would have put her up there. That's very interesting. Deonna Purrazzo, 39. Alex Winsdor, 42. Jade, 44. Ash by Elegance, 45. Shayna Baszler, 46. Who put this list together? 48, Zeuxis. I like her too. She's cool. Her last match that I seen her have was the match with Willow for the CMLL women's title. That match, don't even, don't even go watch it. Let's see, Red Velvet 51. That's interesting. Viva Van. I'm a fan of hers. I think she's so cool. I'm really hoping she gets signed by a major company by next year. So much talent. I really do enjoy her. She's been featured on Ring of Honor quite a few, but if you want, you could check her out. She does other things as well, being featured on New Japan, CMLL. She's great. Sky Blue 54, Queen I'm Not a 55. Okay, we'll see a little bit more with these girls next year, I hope. Vert Vixen is another one that I like. She is 61. Let me see who else all in there. Oh, AZM. What? 63. Oh no, maybe I'm being a little biased, but I like her too. Thunder Rosa 65. Well, you know what? She was gone for a little bit. I remember being there when she returned, and everybody was just like, "Who's this blonde chick in the ring?" And it turned out to be Thunder Rosa. When we realized it was her, then everybody's like, "Oh yeah, Thunder Rosa." I'm just like, "Holy shit!" She looks very, very different. Maki Ito, who is 69, Delta 20. I mean, not 20, 70. I need my granny glasses on. Asuka, 74. Ariana Grace, 73. Jodie Thread. I haven't seen her in a minute. She's 76. Zoe Stark, 79. Interesting. Marina Shafir, 81. Marina, girl, I ain't even gonna lie. I didn't see nothing from Marina this year for her to even be top 100 or 150. And I'm not even trying to be biased. Like, I've been all year, I've been saying, when is things gonna get better for her? She's only been doing squash matches, like, for real, for real. And even since she's joined the BCC 2.0, whatever they calling themselves, she hasn't had any matches either. So I don't agree with her even being around here at all. Let me see who else is on here. Jada Parker, 90. Giselle Shaw, 92. Anna J, 93. Not Anna J, she's made some improvements. She went over to Stardom and she's had some experience. So I've seen some of those matches. She's definitely learned some things. Natalia, 100. Steph Delander, 101. Okay, interesting. Nyla Rose, 105. Soruka, 107. That's interesting. I've enjoyed her too. Definitely. She's going to be higher up on that list next year. Chelsea Green, 112. Chelsea, I can see improving, being higher on that list. Serena Deeb, 113. You know, Serena Deeb definitely has the talent. Obviously has a won any title, so I can see why she's not higher on the list. The thing is that she's boring as fuck in terms of personality. We need to work on her. If you need a manager or somebody to give you advice, Serena, give me a call. I always wonder who put these lists together, because a lot of the times I just feel like, well, I'm actually happy to see a lot of these Joshi wrestlers actually make the list. So that's interesting, and some of them actually made it within the top 10. So that's great. Let me see. Dream Girl Ellie, 127. Sexy Star number 2, 128. Erica Lee, 132. You know what, Erica, girl, we were just asking for you the other day. We were just asking for her the other day. Ever since, I'm not gonna lie, if anybody agree, ever since Outrunners really started getting popular, we stopped seeing Erica Lee with the Outrunners. Which is very interesting. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I hope things do. Maybe she's injured or anything. I haven't checked that up. But great to see her on the list. 136, Maserati. I like her. She's great. Tyle Valkyrie, 137. Let's see. Heather Reckless, who's 138. Blair Davenport, 139. Trisha Dora, 140. Now Trisha Dora, girl, she got to make it higher next year. And this is another thing too. Like, she's great, but I've almost always see her lose. Whether it's New Japan or AEW, wherever I see her, she's always almost losing everything. But she's a tremendous wrestler. I would love to see more opportunities for her next year. Tatum Paxley, 141. Layla Hirsch, 143. Now, Layla, I was a little bit worried about Homegirl last year. Well, this year, She actually, some of the best matches one of the best matches, women's matches I've seen last year was her with Athena. They had an amazing match that blew my fucking mind. This year, again, when I went to the Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor pay-per-view, was that Supercard of Honor? No, Death Before Dishonor, my bad. She tore the house down in a Texas death match with what's the homegirl name, Diamante, and it's just almost perfection. Absolutely, have loved a lot of matches from her, but she's just one of those girls that kind of lost in the shuffle sometimes too. So hopefully we see better things from her. Layla Gray, 148, girl, I barely seen anything from you last year. Fallon Henley, 152, Abaddon, 153, Diamante, 154, 155, Tasha Blanchard, interesting. She's talented too, but y'all know all about that Tesla stuff, so I'm not gonna get into it. Let's see. Lash Legend, 167. Michin 173, girl, we gotta bring it up. Allison Kay, that's another one that I really enjoy. She's 174. Tegan Knox 178, interesting. Kiera Hogan 179. She's had some great stuff. She had a feud with Athena. I think that would account. I think that was late last year where it would still count for 2024. It was they had like 2 matches together, one of them being a street fight, I think Chicago or maybe a Philly street fight, and they tore the house down. Really great stuff. She's another one I feel like is really talented, but don't necessarily get the opportunities that she deserved. Maya World is another one. So if you're from Texas and you know Maya World, she's just amazing. She's 184. Lady Frost, oh my gosh, she's so good. 191. If they would just give us some time in the ring, I can only say maybe a handful of times that I've actually seen her win a match, which is absolutely sickening. Tony Khan, fix that. 199, Rachel Ellery. Y'all know how I feel about Rachel Ellery. I'm not even gonna get into it. Haley J 201. She is okay. If y'all ever seen the documentary on Netflix called Wrestlers, she will rub you the wrong motherfucking way. And when I say the wrong way, I really mean that. Something about her, I feel like that show didn't do her any services. But if you have seen her on OVW, I think you might enjoy some of her matches. But her attitude, I don't know. I don't like it. Kiana James, 205. Let's see. And remember, this is a shorter list. 250. I mean, they could stretch the list to be longer, really. But obviously there's more men wrestling than women, so this is a 250 list. Other than that, Wendy Chu, 221. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm just looking to see who all else at least made the list that I recognize. Tiara James, 246. I don't recognize anyone else, but as at least number 1 is absolutely right with Toni Storm. I really do hope that what she's done in the past year has definitely encouraged women and just promoters who want to do better when it comes to how they have their women's displayed on TV, and she's absolutely nailed it. She's knocked it out the park. Whether if you like the character or not, I think she's done an amazing job. I am looking forward to see a lot of other these women make it higher on the list. I would love to see Mariah May making it better next year. Definitely Willow Nightingale. She gotta be like, who knows, top 5, maybe even number 1 next year. She's definitely promising in terms of the potential that she has. Gonna be a tremendous babyface. Who else? Stephanie could have a really great year next year. I don't know. Riho 25. I can't even believe that still. Like, she literally, I don't even think she had 10 matches last year. But Athena, wait a minute. Mercedes didn't make the list at all. Hold on. Am I tripping? Now, I know Mercedes had, she was injured for a good amount. But she's been back since, what is it, March? She's been back since March. So all that time counts. Since then, she's double champ. And surprised she didn't make the list at all. which is very interesting. Not sure what's going on with that. So that's one of those things that makes me feel like, holy shit, y'all just forgetting some big key players this year. Mina Shirakawa is definitely going to be higher up on that list, I do believe. But other than that, I mean, the list is I'll post the link down below if y'all want to go ahead and check out the whole full list. Guys, thanks so much for watching my video. I'll see you guys on the next one.